Welcome to the LOR Games. I am your host, Brian. Why is the LOR Games on Johnny's channel, you ask? Well, I don't know. But here we are. This will be Flakes' first series as champion of the LOR Games, usurping Fairy Peak. He will be looking to get his own win streak to prove that he is the new king of 1v1. Oscillon earned the right to challenge Flakes today, and end that win streak before it truly begins. With an undefeated run in the 4, Oscillon is looking strong, and will want to keep that momentum going. The winner will be rewarded $1,000, and remain as champion awaiting the next challenger. The loser will return to the 4, if they accept the invitation to. No matter what, the Netherlands will be victorious today. Johnny is waiting for us, as we head down to relax at Salty Shores. So let's pass this production over to him.
Game 1, Oscillon versus Flakes. Flakes, the champion. Oscillon, the challenger. The first round of the LOR Games, it will not feature a certain Fairy Peak. That's courtesy of Flakes' work in the previous round. He's up against his countrymen here. Former teammates. And now certainly rivals for quite a long time. Oscillon under a bit of pressure there, but he holds on. And that's a really nice 50-50 actually. Reacts well to Flakes turning in the midfield. Drops it right underneath him, 1-0 to Oscillon, the challenger. It's usually an aspect of the game that Flakes is pretty solid on, the old 50-50s. Very difficult to catch out of position. Likes to play reactive the majority of the time, but he's down by 2 goals here. Oscillon continuing his run of form that he just showed us in the 4, sweeping the group there. And now really putting up a good challenge against Flakes. Nice recovery by Oscillon. Needed to stay on the ball there to prevent Flakes from getting a freebie. It's actually Oscillon looking for a 3rd goal here. Flakes in a bit of a precarious position. He needs to be careful here. Bumps and demos are very much available. Oscillon just looking for the direct route to goal. Almost gets there. Flakes under a bit of trouble with low boost as well. That will allow Oscillon to decide how to proceed. Is he going to continue pressure? Yes, he is. It's another flick and another goal. 3-0 for Oscillon. Flakes is really starting to feel the heat. You know, they have been playing quite a few practice games recently, and from what I've seen, Flakes is still the favourite in this matchup, and his ladder rank would confirm that fact. The highest rated European player for the majority of the season, and it's been that way for quite some time now. He seems to have taken Fairy Peak's spot at the top of the ranked 1v1 ladder. Oscillon, meanwhile, is recently getting back into ones, but in the past he's had a really good matchup against Flakes. When they were teammates, Oscillon usually had Flakes' number, and of course in the Manfield Night 5k, Oscillon was able to get the win as well. Flakes misses his signature flick, starting off with the turtle, and Oscillon on the counter-attack makes it count. 4-0, and this is just too good for Oscillon. He reads the challenge perfectly. Flakes not backing off into goal like we're used to seeing from him, and that's probably due to the expectation of solid flick game from Oscillon. He is certainly one of the scariest and most consistent flickers of the ball at the top level of ones at the moment. It would be a very disappointing exit as champion of the LOR Games if Flakes is not able to get the win today. Look at that from Oscillon. Such a clean transition from the wall to the ground. Getting the ball up and over the top of Flakes. Once again, bump sets up a chance for Oscillon. He's tried to mind game it, but Flakes gets in the goal side. And it looks like he will pick up his opening goal just over halftime. It was pretty close to a successful mind game for Oscillon, but Flakes just got in the way of it, and he will start to come back in game 1. Still a lot more work to be done. So Flakes back up into the corner again, but this time comes out with the ball and boost and a bit of space to work with, but Oscillon shuts him down. The pretty safe challenge. I love the challenge angle there from Oscillon. Didn't give Flakes very good vision. Once again, Oscillon coming from directly behind the ball. Makes it hard for Flakes, but oh dear, he's missed it open net. He's missed it twice. Oscillon should really have been putting that first one in. The second shot was much harder. And now he's in a bit of trouble. He's backed up with no boost. Flakes has got a lot of space and a full tank, and he puts it in. That's the second goal for Flakes. And Oscillon needs to get control of this ball. He needs to get control of it as soon as possible, because Flakes is on the comeback trail now, partly due to his own successes, also in part to Oscillon's failure to score that open net. Flakes with a demo. Is he going to get an open net shot before Oscillon spawns? No, he won't. But that chip to the backboard. He's got Oscillon awkwardly positioned once again. Over a minute left in the first game. Still plenty of time for Flakes. Here comes the flip reset. Oscillon can't get there. And Flakes styles on him for the third goal. Close range reset. And he got a good contact on the ball as well, lifting it up and adding a little bit of pace onto it. Oscillon got a touch, but not enough to keep it out of the net. Just one goal in it now. What really should have been a 4-goal lead has really collapsed into nothing much. Pinch clear by Oscillon, but Flakes should be able to take control here. Actually good pressure there by Oscillon. Moving in just close enough that Flakes wasn't comfortable letting the ball bounce down on the ground. That's wasted a good bit of time. Oscillon is now just inside the final 45 seconds. He's run into a brick wall of Flakes at the near post, and there's another demo open net for Flakes. We are all tied up. And it was so simple in the end. Oscillon stayed around a little bit too long, turned his car sideways right in front of his opponent. Flakes easily slots in the demo. And Oscillon, can he get back in front? He's got the shot off target. Flakes saves it anyway. Boost steal for Oscillon should allow him to keep up the pressure. Another low 50-50 attempted. This one, Flakes gets in the way of it. And Oscillon's still in control. Early flick. Afraid of that challenge that Flakes is threatening, but Flakes on the goal line, so difficult to get the ball past. One of the best stand-up goalkeepers in ones at the moment. He's found a moment that he can sneak in a challenge as well. Oscillon still threatening. Flakes still defending effectively. Another flick for Oscillon, another save for Flakes, and he's just standing head on to Oscillon for all of these saves. On 0 seconds now, Flakes puts it into the ground. We are going to go into overtime for game 1. Can Oscillon get the win in a match that he really should have locked up in regulation? That open net miss, double open net miss even, is going to haunt him if he can't get the win here. And that might be it actually. Flakes had a chance. Looks like he ran out of boost just a little bit too soon. He's still sticking around here for more pressure though. Oscillon decides to keep the ball in the back right corner, just to get Flakes on the back foot once again. Looking for the bump perhaps is Oscillon. He's actually just slowed it down and he's passed it off to Flakes. It's gone horribly wrong for Oscillon. And Flakes is going to win in game 1. Into game 2 we go. Will Oscillon be able to rebound from a horrendous ending to a game 1 which he should have won? He had it in the bag and then he threw the bag out the window and it got caught up in some wind, ended up miles down the street before he knew what had happened. Flakes defense once again, looking a bit more uncomfortable, but Oscillon misses the target. Still another opportunity for him. He fires well. Flakes is equal to it. Good defending once again by Flakes. He's playing the game that he likes to play at the moment, sitting back and waiting for his opponent to overstep the mark. Will Oscillon have the composure and the decision making? Oh, he's actually scored the first goal with a bounce off the wall. Flakes wasn't ready for that one. Perhaps expecting Oscillon to make another touch as the ball came back across his path, but he's left it. Now, it was actually a really smart leave by Oscillon, but oh no, what's he done here? Oscillon just stops moving and lets Flakes walk by. That's kind of reminiscent to how he lost game 1, just giving the ball away for free almost. Looked like a bit of understeer perhaps for Oscillon. And Oh no, he's missed another open net, this time on the kickoff, and Flakes is going to get in the way of the follow-up. That's 2 open net misses for Oscillon in 2 games. And that could be costly. The open net miss in game 1 proved to be absolutely costly. Will this one have the same result for him? Lots of possession for Oscillon. He's getting a lot of time on the ball. Flakes quite happy to give it to him for the most part, but this time Oscillon makes it count. 2-1, and this is going to give him a little bit of hope, actually scoring after he's missed the open net, unlike the first game of this series. Flakes trying to sneak it by on the right hand side, but Oscillon's beat him to it. It's a good save by Flakes, but he needs to recover well, and he won't. Bad landing on the back of the goal, and Oscillon puts the 3rd goal in. You know, the save was good by Flakes, but the clear was not. The ball bounced pretty dangerously into the edge of the box instead of staying near the back wall, which is what Flakes wanted it to do. Still going to have to give massive credit to Oscillon for being able to keep Flakes pinned back here, knowing his limits quite well, and that is just a gorgeous flick by Oscillon for 4-1, turning into quite a similar game to the first one with this kind of lead. Just such a deft touch there for the challenger. He knows how to power flick, but he also has got that controlled, accurate flick in his back pocket should he need it. Flakes with the boost advantage. Oscillon gets it past him anyway. He's trying to wave dash into position here, but Flakes dribbles it back to the corner. And he's going straight down the middle. Looks for the turtle catch. In fact, sends it high into the corner. It's a missed touch from Flakes, giving Oscillon another possession play. Neither player holding on to the ball for too long in this exchange. It's a good read on the fake challenge by Oscillon. Low air dribble. Dunk blocked though by Flakes on the goal line. But Oscillon with another very sly move makes it 5-1. And it's somewhat of a fake 50-50, but more of a complete mind game. He just pretends to go one way, turns around, goes the other way. Flakes keeps out the 6th goal. It would have come in from the kickoff, but he's still got 4 more goals to score in Oscillon's net if he's going to win game number 2. I do wonder if Oscillon is still thinking about that first game with a great save by Flakes. I feel like a broken record the amount of times I've said that this series already. He's going to need more, no doubt, as Oscillon's shooting has been pretty dangerous so far. The thing I've enjoyed the most from Oscillon's offense in the second game is not giving Flakes too many free counters. And that's about as good as you're going to get. Oh, just down and out off the crossbar. So close for Oscillon. A chance now for Flakes to get back involved in game number 2. The defensive Oscillon holds up though. 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the game. Still very possible for Flakes, but he's not had many chances this game. He has to make them count. Here comes the turtle dribble again. It's a heavy touch. He wants to pop that lightly so he can follow up with another dodge or a pop even. With that heavy touch towards Oscillon, it does make it a bit easier for Oscillon to save. Simple backflip shot for Flakes, and it does find its way into the net. Some nice acceleration on the ball here. Oscillon not expecting that to be the shot that Flakes was going to go for. With how many turtle catches or flicks, whatever you want to call them, Flakes has been setting up, you can half forgive Oscillon for moving in there. Surely he was expecting another one after he saw the first touch going high. Still though, 3 goals required for Flakes. And with only 40 seconds remaining, I don't know if that is likely. Here, I'll tell you what, he's getting one of them though, and now he's back within 2 with 34 seconds left, and all of a sudden, a kickoff goal will get Oscillon very nervous. Luckily for him, it doesn't look like he's conceding one just yet, but he has lost the possession. Flakes beaten to the boost, or the ball rather. Will give Oscillon a little bit of breathing room. Flakes needs to put one in before 0, and it looks like he will. Oh, he's hit a heavy first touch here, but Oscillon spawns on the wrong side, and he won't even have a chance. It is going to be a 1-goal game. Just like the first game of the series, Flakes is creeping back He gets a big dunk on the kickoff. It's wide open. Flakes. Oh, he's hit the post. Oscillon not going to put it in his own net as well. Looked like he might. Flakes on 0 seconds. Going to try and find a way into the net. I think that's just enough for Oscillon. Yes, it is. Game 2 win for Oscillon. Game 3, we're all tied up. Oscillon manages to close the deal on that second game. He'll be wishing he was 2 up, but hold on, that's a good start for him. Oh my goodness, what a save by Flakes! Oscillon with a really creative setup there. Little pop and then the attempted rebound from close range. The Flakes' game plan so far is pretty clear. Just sit back and save everything. Oscillon with the bump is going to take the lead though, 1-0. And that's really thrown a spanner in the works of Flakes' ideas. You can't save the ball if you're currently being smashed into your own goal. Expect to see more of that from Oscillon if Flakes continues to posture so defensively. Pretty straight dribble for Flakes. He's got the ball in an awkward spot now though, and he's gone way out of position. Flakes conceding another goal here. Oscillon up by 2. A little bit of boost greed there for Flakes, and it didn't pay off in the slightest. Another strong start to a game for Oscillon. Flakes fires back though, 1 goal for him. Absolutely blasting that one in off the right hand post after a strong kickoff. It's worth mentioning kickoffs so far have looked fairly even for both players. Oh, this one's another win for Flakes though. He's beaten Oscillon to the ball. Looks like Oscillon was trying to sneak in here and surprise Flakes with an early challenge, but Flakes has seen him coming. He did well to get the ball past Oscillon rather than worry initially about shooting on target. That's way off target here though. Flakes smashes the post with a flick, and it's Oscillon down the line now on the counter. He doesn't have much of an angle to work with, but that flick has set up the open net. Oscillon puts it into the rebound. Look at the close range flick control for Oscillon. It would have been so easy to overhit that one. Put it into a position that's going to either take too long to drop down into a strikeable angle or even go over the goal entirely. But Oscillon hits it perfectly, just in that sweet spot where he can follow up, and Flakes cannot. 3-2. Flakes backed up once again after a kickoff. Oscillon shoots early, but Flakes gets there. Little fake run for the boost there for Flakes. Convinced Oscillon that the time was nigh to shoot. Now Oscillon leaving the boost in the back corner in favour of pressuring this ball. Is it going to work out for him? Flakes, open net shot. Oscillon gets there. Just in the nick of time as well. Flakes shot down the middle thinking it was going to be open the entire time. Close to going in, but not close enough. And Oscillon as well with the near post pop gets denied. More goaltending by Flakes. Notice that every touch he's making when he does save the ball, always keeping the ball close to himself or far away from Oscillon. He's trying to, if nothing else, pop the ball into places that Oscillon can't shoot with. Oscillon with a cheeky little bump there. Does not get Flakes to leave his half though. Flakes deciding to stick around a bit longer, but Oscillon's got very close here for free. Oh my goodness, one incredible save that is by Flakes yet again. He's hanging on in this game with some outrageous defense. Mind game for Oscillon. Flakes somehow gets in the way of that one as well. It's on the goal line. Flakes flicks it clear. Oscillon just can't find a way past. This is just revolutionary stuff by Flakes. Usually the dominant players in today's one's meta are trying to attack, constantly pressure. Flakes is showing us there's 2 ways to play this game. You can win with solid defense, and here he comes down the middle, low 50-50. It does make it over the line. Flakes is back level, and all those saves seem to have worn out Oscillon a little bit. He had so many chances. He must have thought he'd scored at least 2 times or maybe even 3. Flakes is just that good at keeping the ball out of his net. A long range shot for Flakes. Oscillon can't get there. It's 4-3. And the conversion rate for Flakes is just so good right now. He does not need many chances to score. Oscillon, meanwhile, failing to convert. Not really because of his own failures, mostly because Flakes is looking so good in the goal. Early flick by Oscillon. He's up again, and that's more of a pass to Flakes. He needs to be careful with that kind of hit, because Flakes is going to mop that up every day of the week. And now it's 5-3. Oscillon doing a bit too much here. There was the initial panic jump, and then the follow-up as well did not look wise. Strong kickoff for Oscillon. He's got Flakes backed up in a corner, and now he's got the ball in the top corner as well. Great stuff for Oscillon, rather. It's less of a top corner shot, more straight down the middle, but we'll give it to him either way. It was a well-placed flick regardless. Flakes just gets that one past Oscillon after the kickoff. A bit risky going this far to the left, because Oscillon was looking for a dunk down the middle. Now Flakes looking a little bit precarious once again. I'm not sure about that touch. In fact, all of these touches he's making are not characteristic. He's had to make a last-ditch save. He was pretty close to being bumped or demoed there as well. Overly risky stuff is not what we've come to expect from Flakes, especially in this series. While some of the fake wall clear brings it down. 50 seconds left. He does not have vision on Flakes though, and that allows Flakes to get the easy challenge. Flakes into the crossbar, deciding to shoot early just to keep it away from Oscillon. Oscillon pressuring the ball as early as he can. He knows that Flakes has the ability to run the clock from 30 seconds to 0. If he does not do anything, if he doesn't fake challenges, if he doesn't commit to real challenges as well. But so far, Oscillon's efforts have failed to get the ball off Flakes. He runs away from a demo successfully. It's getting into the closing stages now. Flakes has controlled every single touch on the ball until now. Oscillon with one more chance on the dribble. He doesn't make a good takeoff though. He's demoed Flakes on the landing, but it's going to be a keep-up play. 0 seconds for Oscillon. Still the ball's in the air. It's going to bounce up high, and he's the player with the boost advantage here, but that's not a good touch again. Oscillon's first touch has let him down twice in a row, and Flakes is going to ground it. That's 2-1 now for Flakes. Game 4. Flakes ahead once again. Every game has been close thus far. Oscillon really showing that he does deserve to be here. He's the clear best out of the group that rose to attempt and challenge Flakes. Oh my goodness, look at that double touch by Flakes. It's just going to come off the inside of the post and roll across the goal to safety. Oscillon picks up the boost on respawn. Flakes is probably aware that he's just done that, so he will back up and show him some respect. The side flip flick not connecting for Oscillon. Will allow Flakes a fairly easy transition into attack. Both players opting for side flips right now in offense. Focusing on their recoveries, not wanting to take themselves out the game when they're shooting. It's Flakes who's staying with it here, even though he had almost no boost. Oscillon with the demo, did he get back? Yes, he did. What a save. Taking Flakes out of the game and then worrying about the ball, but Flakes has just shut down Oscillon's attempt of a turtle dribble. And it was not the right time to be going for a move like this. Oscillon mistimed it, but the pop was just too high. Gave Flakes such an easy challenge. If you're going to go for that play, you need the first touch to be low so that you can hit the opponent before they see what you're trying to do, before they can move in and strike when you're in that vulnerable mid-flick position. Oscillon gets dunked on. Flakes trying to sneak in some challenges from behind the ball. Did this at the end of Game 3 as well, to great success. So far in Game 4, most of Oscillon's offense has just revolved around popping the ball towards Flakes, hoping that Flakes will overreact and mishit it, or perhaps use up all his boosts like he is here. This could be a chance now for Oscillon. He's got big boost advantage and the possession close to him. Flakes is such a hard player to mind game. Oscillon was trying to there, couldn't get it done. Everything that Oscillon's doing is just coming hard up against a brick wall. Oh, that's a great boost steal though on the spawn. Flakes is aware of it. Multiple boost steals going to be attempted. Flakes actually flies into this grab, and Oscillon maybe could have demoed him in the landing, but instead Flakes comes out with boost and his car is still very much intact. Quiet Game 4 here. Oscillon going to try and liven things up with a back wall bump, but Flakes is well aware of that. And again, staying clear of danger. Just like that, Flakes over the top for 2-0. So clean, so little risk, and yet so effective. Half the game gone. Flakes has scored the only 2 goals. He's about to make it 3-0. I think Oscillon actually interfered with him in the takeoff here. It's going to be a goal either way. But Oscillon almost saved that one by bumping Flakes as he was trying to make that shot. Really difficult spot now for Oscillon. If he goes down to this series 3-1, that is a huge mountain to climb. Flakes is a difficult player to get multiple games in a row against. Just such an efficient play style. Such a difficult play style to break down. Oscillon pops it towards the top corner. Of course, another save for Flakes, who would expect nothing less at this point. More pops for Oscillon. Oh, it's dipped under the bar. Don't know if Flakes was aware of that until the last second, but he's reacted well. And he'll come out with possession in the back corner. Oscillon is looking pretty frustrated right now. He can't find a way past. Whereas in games 1, 2, and 3, they were all very close. Both players scoring multiple goals. This one has been very much unique. Oscillon yet to score as we approach the final minute. It's another save for Flakes. Another boost grab in his back corner. Now he's threatening a demo and he gets it. Oscillon saw him coming, but it didn't matter. Flakes just kept on going for it. And Oscillon thinking Flakes was surely going to turn around any moment as ran headlong into a self-destruct maneuver. 4-0 for Flakes. He's looking for a 5th goal with a delayed flick mid-air. It's Oscillon with the save. With a minute and 10 seconds left, it's really getting into the very last breaths for Oscillon. Is he even going to get 4 realistic chances to score? A realistic chance to score against Flakes is pretty rare. There's one, but Oscillon doesn't have the boost to get there. And now he's not going to have the boost to do much of anything. He backs off to midfield to get some. Flakes backs him up into the blue box once again. Just 45 seconds left. Flakes looking so good. And there is the turtle flick. It's a set-up for the close rebound off the sidewall. Oscillon, expecting the shot to be on target, has just dodged into the goal. And 5-0 is surely too much to come back from. Flakes has had just outstanding defense in this game. Every single shot that Oscillon's had has been knocked clear of danger. And Oscillon, unlike the other games, has struggled to maintain consistent pressure. I don't know if we can put that down to his shots being not quite as good, or if we want to give Flakes the full credit. I think it's a combination of the two. Flakes is going to make it 6 here. Confident stuff. Consistent rebound again at the near post for 6-0. A real statement here for Flakes. The other games were close. This one certainly is not. Oscillon's going to get 1 goal. A little bit of a misplay there by Flakes on the run back to his own net. I'm not sure he'll mind too much. Oscillon has a chance for 1 more on 0 seconds. He does have the flip reset on the ceiling, but he's popped it into the ground, and that's going to be 3-1 now for Flakes. Three games in a row are now necessary for Oscillon. Flakes just needs 1. He's got 2 lives remaining. And if the last game we saw is anything to go by, this should be a pretty routine win for Flakes from here. That's a better start for Oscillon. A bit more venom on that flick. However, Flakes still has the save. It's a good read in defense by Oscillon. He clears off his own back wall. I like that he's positioned just like an attacker would for that ball, waiting to see where the bounce is going to go and then making sure to get the ball to safety. The only danger was that he was a little bit vulnerable to being demoed. Oscillon looking for a flick from close range again, but Flakes is just going to save yet another one. Seems to be learning more and more about Oscillon's intended attacks as we go from game to game here. Another low 50-50 for Oscillon. Flakes staying just low enough to get in the way of it. And not for the first time, Flakes is able to transition from a save into a boost grab in his back corner and ball control, even off these slow shots from Oscillon. Even shots that aren't necessarily going to the back post, Flakes is still handling them with ease. That's a really smart demo as well. Flakes Has the open net. Will he find it before Oscillon's back? The answer to that is no. Oscillon spawned on the favourable side there, not caught underneath the ball. It's a quiet game, just like game 4 was. Flakes looking the more threatening of the two. That's not what he was intending to do, but it almost worked out. Believe he was trying to shoot that one across the goal, but he's not going to have to worry about it too much. An immediate challenge for Flakes. Shuts down Oscillon's dribble. It's 1-0. And the mix-up in defense for Flakes continues to impress. Very comfortable sitting back, but he's intelligently diving in every now and then just to keep Oscillon guessing, just so that his strategy doesn't become too obvious. That's a little bit unfortunate for Flakes. He's made contact with Oscillon on his recovery. Oscillon now looking for his first goal, and it looks good. There it is, 1-1. And Flakes was trying to be a bit sneaky there, getting a early dodge into the ball to shoot it near post. Oscillon did get beat to the ball, but he caught Flakes in the aftermath. That's a danger when you're having to put yourself right in front of your opponent's car when you do shoot. It's a good save by Oscillon. And another good clear as well. Fantastic recovery. He's shot it early. And looks like this one is going to just be saved. Oh my goodness, Flakes having to use the crossbar there to keep it out. Oscillon thinking about another jump, and he goes in for it a bit late. Flakes actually has way more boost than he does, and that's going to be 2-1 for Flakes just past halftime. The defending champion is looking likely to extend that stay at the top for at least another week. He's got a long way to go before he can match Fairy's record, but every little helps. And still, I think Flakes has got some improving to do himself. He's got some growing to do as a player. Rose to prominence so swiftly this year. Heavy touch off the back wall by Flakes. No dish attempted, nor was it available. Also on fast recovery, but where on earth is Flakes here? I've got a feeling he must have taken himself out of the game with a jump or a dodge or something, because he was not even close to getting back. He might have just parked up and taken a breather. Kickoff goal attempted for Flakes. It's too slow, straight down the middle. And Oscillon's going to try and keep this one somewhat close to himself so he can keep on threatening these pops. Prevents Flakes from doing too much in the way of early challenges. Still all tied up in the all-important game 5. Flakes has totally beamed his flick here though. Decides to stay with the ball rather than backing off all the way, and I do agree with that decision based on what we've seen from Oscillon so far. Both players trading light touches. Flakes to the backboard, above his own goal. Oscillon circling, waiting for a moment to strike. Flakes is going to be difficult to score on from this position. We're in solid midfield play now. Straight dribble for Oscillon. I smell an air dribble bump, and here it might come. It's actually just going to be a dunk this time. Very surprised not to see the bump attempted for Oscillon there after he found success with it earlier. He misses the demo. Looks for another one, but Flakes is staying well away from danger. Now boost advantage and ball control for Flakes. He's thinking about bringing it down. Oscillon threatens a challenge and changes his mind. And now Oscillon's got another free ball. And it's actually a shot that's hit the bar without Flakes being anywhere near saving it. Into the final few seconds we go. Oscillon needs a goal to come back in the series, and he gets a goal. It's a side flip shot as he tackles Flakes, who is trying to dribble the ball to this side of the field. Can he now hold on, confirm the Game 5 win, send us into Game 6? Possibly the final game, possibly the penultimate one. It's a 0-second play for Oscillon to the deck. That is 3-2 to Flakes. Another chance for Oscillon to close the gap. Will he be able to replicate what he did in the last game? It's really slowed down the pace this series, but we're off to a quick start in this game. Flakes 1-0 within 10 seconds. And that's a change of pace for both games 4 and 5. We did not see too many goals, especially early on. But one this early for Flakes is not a good sign for Oscillon. The last time that Flakes scored early on. It was him running away with it, but Oscillon low 50-50 ties things up. He's absorbed Flakes' challenge really well there. And with only 10 seconds gone since Flakes' goal, Oscillon will come level. Chance of the near post for Oscillon to double up. He's at least forced a save out of Flakes. That'll take him out of position for the time being. Boost is being used by Flakes that he doesn't have replenished. It's a huge challenge though, and he's going to put it in as well. Flakes from a defensive position comes out on top yet again, 2-1. It's those counter-attacks. As soon as he gets one good touch that he can catch up to, the shot is almost guaranteed to go in. Oscillon direct dribble again. I'd love to see some angle changes here from him. I want to see more. I was about to say I want to see more bumps. It's almost like it's been scripted. But I do want to see more bumps from him. More to do with his aerial bumps and aerial demos. So he looked good with that earlier on in this game, and Flakes has been so solid with his goal line defense. I think you just have to take him out of the equation if you're Oscillon. 2 touches on the wall shot by Flakes. He's got a third one, but Oscillon's back in time. He's not going to get back in time for this one though. 3-1 Flakes. Oscillon misses a boost. I don't think it would have mattered. And that's going to be a 2-goal lead now for the current LOR Games champion. Huge shot by Oscillon though. Smashes it under the bar. And he's back within 1 once again. Flakes did not expect the shot to be that good. I don't think he could expect the shot to be that good. If he did, he would have had to pre-jump, and that doesn't seem wise from that position. Still, Flakes getting the kickoff goal is going to make it 2 goals once more. And with how good Flakes is at controlling the ball, time is short for Oscillon. Although you look up there, you see over 3 minutes, you might think there's plenty of time. In fact, with how many saves Flakes is likely to get between now and the end of the game, this is not a long time left for Oscillon to be playing with for a 2-goal lead. 1-goal lead, now you're not so worried, but 2 has a different story. Fake jump for Oscillon. He's managed to get Flakes to pass it to him, and there's the first goal back. Still inside the first half of the game. That fake jump from Oscillon got Flakes to also commit to the air, and the touch that he got wasn't a good one. Oscillon getting a bit of an outplay there in the mind game element of the game. A big kickoff for Oscillon as well. He's gone straight down the middle though. Not an early enough commitment to a play, and Flakes has avoided a demo quite easily, and he's ahead by 2 once again. Oscillon thought he had an opening there, but Flakes saw him coming. You know, and I said I wanted to see more bumps, more demos. That didn't exactly mean like that. With the very, very obvious and plain view run up. Oscillon's going to get a fairly simple goal here though. Flakes leaves the net open just briefly, but still too long. So it could be another kickoff goal for Flakes. Yes, it is. Oscillon thought he could chip it into the bar, but he's only flipped it into his own net. This lead keeps bouncing back and forward. 1-goal lead for Flakes, 2-goal lead for Flakes, and then a 1-goal lead again. But he's in an advantageous position here. Can he make it count? Decides not to dodge into the ball early with his flip reset. 2 minutes left now for Oscillon to get that comeback. He thinks about jumping a second time, but Flakes is right there in front of him. And Oscillon's too afraid to commit, rightfully so. I think Flakes is always saving that type of shot. Still a chance though for Oscillon to come back here. He's trying to read where Flakes is hitting the ball. He gets there, but a bit of a heavy touch on the power slide. Flakes not committing for the challenge, forces Oscillon wide. Flakes is just sitting behind the ball here. It's frustrating for Oscillon to play against. He wants a 50-50 badly. If not, he would love to just get a freebie past Flakes. Huge power on the wall clear by Flakes. Sends Oscillon packing all the way back into his own half. Still that 2-goal lead remains. Time is running out for Oscillon. Attempted an early touch to take Flakes out of the game. Look at that recovery though by Oscillon. And what a piece of control that is. Flakes did not think Oscillon would recover that quickly, and certainly did not expect his shot to be coming into the goal that quickly. But with a minute and 11 seconds left, Oscillon's back within a single goal here. Flakes trying to double up on a kickoff, but decides not to jump. Oscillon has 0 boost, or he would have been able to score surely. Once again, he's on 0 boost when the open net presents itself. Oscillon brings it down. Mind game. It's Flakes getting the save at the near post though. 55 seconds left. Oscillon had chances there. No scary shots on net. Not for a player like Flakes, who's very difficult to get the ball under with low 50-50s. It's worked a few times for Oscillon, but he's tried an awful lot more. Final 40 seconds still. The fake challenges for Flakes are working wonders. He didn't even need to commit to the ball there to win it for himself. And he outplays Oscillon in the midfield. That's going to be 3 goals. Smart recovery, pretty speedy by Oscillon, but not quick enough. That early challenge was ill-advised. You see immediately the half flip almost gets him back into position. A good reaction there by Oscillon. Flakes is just too ready for that quick challenge. He knows, just like Oscillon does, that he needs to be making those quick challenges. Crucial save for Oscillon. He keeps his hopes alive. That's not the best touch for Flakes. Oscillon might have a chance here. Looks like he's all out of boost though, and there's no way for him to get his hands on the ball. More time being wasted. And with high pops like this, it might just be impossible. It is now. Oscillon has taken 2 games, but Flakes takes the LOR Games.
Flakes remains the champion of the LOR Games, and Oscillon will be invited to return to the 4. Flakes earns another $1,000, bringing his total to $2,000, but he will need to win many more series to catch up to Fairy Peak's record. Hopefully you did not get blinded by the bright beachfront of salty shores. I probably should have told you to get some shades. Sorry. Thank you for watching the LOR Games, and supporting the 1v1 scene. See you next time. I have been your host, Brian.
Another chance for Oscillon to close the gap. Will he be able to replicate what he did in the last game? It's really slowed down the pace this series, but we're off to a quick start in this game. Flakes 1-0 within 10 seconds. And that's a change of pace. For both games 4 and 5, we did not see too many goals, especially early on. But one this early for Flakes is not a good sign for Oscillon. Last time that Flakes scored early on, it was him running away with it, but Oscillon low 50-50 ties things up. He's absorbed Flakes' challenge really well there. And with only 10 seconds gone since Flakes' goal, Oscillon will come level. Chance of the near post for Oscillon to double up. He's at least forced a save out of Flakes. That'll take him out of position for the time being. Boost is being used by Flakes that he doesn't have replenished. It's a huge challenge though, and he's going to put it in as well. Flakes from a defensive position comes out on top yet again, 2-1. It's those counter-attacks. As soon as he gets one good touch that he can catch up to, the shot is almost guaranteed to go in. Oscillon direct dribble again. I'd love to see some angle changes here from him. I want to see more. I was about to say I want to see more bumps. It's almost like it's been scripted. But I do want to see more bumps from him. More to do with his aerial bumps and aerial demos. So he looked good with that earlier on in this game, and Flakes has been so solid with his goal line defense. I think you just have to take him out of the equation if you're Oscillon. 2 touches on the wall shot by Flakes. He's got a third one, but Oscillon's back in time. He's not going to get back in time for this one though. 3-1 Flakes. Oscillon misses a boost. I don't think it would have mattered. And that's going to be a 2-goal lead now for the current LOR Games champion. Huge shot by Oscillon though. Smashes it under the bar, and he's back within 1 once again. Flakes did not expect the shot to be that good. I don't think he could expect the shot to be that good. If he did, he would have had to pre-jump, and that doesn't seem wise from that position. Still, Flakes getting the kickoff goal is going to make it 2 goals once more. And with how good Flakes is at controlling the ball, time is short for Oscillon. Although you look up there, you see over 3 minutes, you might think there's plenty of time. In fact, with how many saves Flakes is likely to get between now and the end of the game, This is not a long time left for Oscillon to be playing with for a 2-goal lead. 1-goal lead, now you're not so worried, but 2 is a different story. Fake jump for Oscillon. He's managed to get Flakes to pass it to him, and there's the first goal back. Still inside the first half of the game. That fake jump from Oscillon got Flakes to also commit to the air, and the touch that he got wasn't a good one. Oscillon getting a bit of an outplay there in the mind game element of the game. A big kickoff for Oscillon as well. He's gone straight down the middle though. Not an early enough commitment to a play, and Flakes has avoided a demo quite easily, and he's ahead by 2 once again. Oscillon thought he had an opening there, but Flakes saw him coming. You know, and I said I wanted to see more bumps, more demos. That didn't exactly mean like that. With the very, very obvious and plain view run up. Oscillon's going to get a fairly simple goal here though. Flakes leaves the net open just briefly, but still too long. Is it going to be another kickoff goal for Flakes? Yes it is. Oscillon thought he could chip it into the bar, but he's only flipped it into his own net. This lead keeps bouncing back and forward. 1-goal lead for Flakes, 2-goal lead for Flakes, and then a 1-goal lead again. But he's in an advantageous position here. Can he make it count? Decides not to dodge into the ball early with his flip reset. 2 minutes left now for Oscillon to get that comeback. He thinks about jumping a second time, but Flakes is right there in front of him. And Oscillon's too afraid to commit, rightfully so. I think Flakes is always saving that type of shot. Still a chance though for Oscillon to come back here. He's trying to read where Flakes is hitting the ball. He gets there, but a bit of a heavy touch on the power slide. Flakes not committing for the challenge, forces Oscillon wide. Flakes is just sitting behind the ball here. It's frustrating for Oscillon to play against. He wants a 50-50 badly. If not, he would love to just get a freebie past Flakes. Huge power on the wall clear by Flakes. Sends Oscillon packing all the way back into his own half. Still that 2-goal lead remains. Time is running out for Oscillon. Attempted an early touch to take Flakes out of the game. Look at that recovery though by Oscillon. And what a piece of control that is. Flakes did not think Oscillon would recover that quickly, and certainly did not expect his shot to be coming into the goal that quickly. But with 1 minute and 11 seconds left, Oscillon's back within a single goal here. Flakes trying to double up on a kickoff, but decides not to jump. Oscillon has 0 boost, or he would have been able to score surely. Once again, he's on 0 boost when the open net presents itself. Oscillon brings it down. Mind game. It's Flakes getting the save at the near post though. 55 seconds left. Oscillon had chances there. No scary shot on net. Not for a player like Flakes, who's very difficult to get the ball under with low 50-50s. It's worked a few times for Oscillon, but he's tried an awful lot more. Final 40 seconds still. The fake challenges for Flakes are working wonders. He didn't even need to commit to the ball there to win it for himself. And he outplays Oscillon in the midfield. That's going to be 3 goals. Smart recovery, pretty speedy by Oscillon, but not quick enough. That early challenge was ill-advised. You see immediately the half flip almost gets him back into position. A good reaction there by Oscillon. Flakes is just too ready for that quick challenge. He knows, just like Oscillon does, that he needs to be making those quick challenges. Crucial save for Oscillon. He keeps his hopes alive. That's not the best touch for Flakes. Oscillon might have a chance here. Looks like he's all out of boost though, and there's no way for him to get his hands on the ball. More time being wasted. And with high pops like this, it might just be impossible. It is now. Oscillon has taken 2 games, but Flakes takes the LOR Games.
Flakes remains the champion of the LOR Games, and Oscillon will be invited to return to the 4. Flakes earns another $1,000, bringing his total to $2,000, but he will need to win many more series to catch up to Fairy Peak's record. Hopefully you did not get blinded by the bright beachfront of salty shores. I probably should have told you to get some shades. Sorry. Thank you for watching the LOR Games, and supporting the 1v1 scene. See you next time. I have been your host, Brian.